certainly lots going on at Tottenham, which makes a change. That we're not leaving it to lastminute.com. So yeah, let's see if there's anyone in chat. Hi Jim. Oh, it's working. Wow. Woohoo. That's good news. Few things to go through on this stream today. As I say, there's quite a few deals look like they're going ahead and in the pipeline. First thing I wanted to just bring up was something. I'm still in shock. I can't get over this. Oh, not that. This. Conor Cody will undergo medical test tomorrow as new Leicester City player. It's a done deal with Wolves. Fee will be $7.5 million plus $1 million add-ons as revealed by whoever that says today. I can't quite believe that. I actually think Conor Cody is a really good player, and I would have certainly done as a backup for us. He's far better than Lenglet, that's for sure. So I'm quite surprised. That's so cheap. Great Conor Cody. But yeah, I'm a bit surprised by that. Great Conor Cody. But yeah, I'm a bit surprised by that. But there you go. He looks like he is going to Leicester. So that's one deal done. Let's start off with this. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Maddison has completed his medical tests, or the first part. Was it just the first part, or does that say all? I think it's all now. As new Tottenham player, as expected, £40 million deal to be announced soon. Here we go, confirmed. Wow, so that was easy. Maddison to Spurs. I think I'm pleased. He's not my favourite player in the world, but I think he's far better than what we've got. It's took us 4 years to replace Eriksen, so to get someone like Maddison in and get him to be a creative midfielder, supplying our front men, can only be a good thing. And £40 million plus add-ons, it doesn't sound like a bad price to me, particularly with what's going on down the road. So I just wonder what everyone thinks of that. I expect it to be announced today or tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if it's announced tonight, or they might wait until tomorrow. But apparently he was at Spurs Lodge today. Stayed there last night with Ange and his staff also there, and Maddison's done all the media pictures and all that sort of thing, and so's Ange. So I'm thinking an announcement is probably imminent, but he's over the line. We've got the here we go. So Maddison will be a Spurs player next season, which is exciting, particularly when you look at this midfield, Bentancur and Bissouma and Maddison. That sounds to me like a pretty good midfield. Midfield three. So I think it's exciting times. Jim's per Katie is as good as Bentancur. Mads is going to make a massive difference. Well, I really hope he does. Massively. I hope Bissouma pulls his finger out as well and impresses. I know he's not really had much of a chance, but Bentancur is sensational. I think they could all work together rather well. So it's good news, but that midfield three is something to be excited about, I think. So that's good. Talking of that mob down the road, I saw this on Twitter earlier. It did make me laugh. No, not that. That's Harry Kane. Kev, Well, I'll read what Fabrizio Romano. Once again, Mikel Arteta and Edu doing an incredible job in Declan Rice saga. Arteta pushing as he never did before to insist on Arsenal plans for Declan to be their star signing and one of the faces of the club's long-term project. Huge effort by Arteta on both player and internal sides, to which Kev, Spurs, has put doing an incredible job paying 105 million for a player worth around 60 million. Such an underdog story. And to be fair, I couldn't have put it better myself. There's no sour grapes from me here. I've got no opinion, particularly on Declan Rice. I've got nothing against him. I've seen him on League of Their Own. I thought he came across as quite a nice guy. But there is no way on this planet he's worth £105 million when you think Grealish went for 100. I mean, to me, it's just absolutely bonkers. And the fact that the club up the road are paying that sort of money for him, I think, is absolutely hilarious. I didn't realise that Maddison was your mate, Jim. Oh, okay. Perhaps you can bell him and see if he can get some tickets. More news. Let's see. This news broke as well. Leicester City are offering 8 million plus 4 million in add-ons for Harry Winks. Harry Winks. We're actually going to get money for Harry Winks. I think this is pretty much done again. It's not been widely reported today, although I did see it on Sky Sports News a lot earlier because I did a quick chat about it. But I'm delighted. I had visions of us having to pay someone to take him away. So I think he could do a good job or a decent job for Leicester. I think Championship's his level and wish him all the best. I'd be glad to see the back of him now. But anyway, another one who I would love to see the back of is this man. But expectation is that Eric Dyer will stay at Tottenham this summer with his focus on next season. Well, Ange can only do so much in one window. I did have a feeling Dyer would not be going anywhere, and it looks as though he is here for the time being. To me, I don't think Ange will play him. I think he's too slow, but he may prove us all wrong. Someone said he played a lot last season with a groin injury, so we'll see. It can't all be good. There's got to be a little bit bad. It's just life. Another one of our players, Romero, attracting interest from Serie A. They're saying that Tottenham are looking to bring in 2 new centre backs, as we well know, and Romero only arrived in 2021. Is highly rated at Tottenham despite some of his inconsistent performance and his ability to get sent off quite easily. Romero could have an option to move on from Spurs in the ongoing transfer window, and Juventus are considering a swoop for the Tottenham defender this summer. Allegri is working under a tight budget with Juve, looking to bring some control back on their wage bill, but the Juve boss still wants reinforcements, and Romero is a player the Serie A giants have taken an interest in. Final decision is likely to be taken by Ange Postecoglou, who will keep a close eye on Romero during the pre-season. So what does everyone think about that? I love Romero. I think he's great, but I do get extremely nervous about his temperament. Yeah. Hi, Mia. Nice to see you. Just as we're talking about Romero, it's like you knew. Yeah, his temperament worries me a little bit, but I think I would be kind of gutted to see him go. But I suppose it depends how much we get offered as to whether he moves on from the club. But that took me a bit by surprise, actually, that someone's come in for him already, being that he's only been there a couple of years. But anyway, that was another one. Brad Friedel has urged Aston Villa to sign Tottenham forward Lucas Moura when he leaves Spurs at the end of this month. The Brazilian will be available as a free agent when he departs the North London side at the end of the month, and he's famous for his hat-trick against Ajax. Well, I know Villa have shown interest in Moura before, and I don't think it will happen. I think Moura wants to go home, back abroad, but it's interesting anyway, and he would probably do a grand job for Villa. But yeah, it's something I read earlier. another one we'll have to keep our eye on. But as I say, I don't think it will happen myself. Yay! Finally. Hi DJ, hope you're well. Finally my stream's working. Yay! And you've managed to get on. Yay! I think I finally sorted technical issues out. She said something's going to go wrong now. So it's probably all going to fall apart. So yes. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. Can't really talk about the transfer window without talking about this man. Harry Kane. Bayern Munich are set to submit an improved offer of around 80 million for Harry Kane. That's all in. However, Tottenham remain adamant they will reject any bids received. I was convinced this morning, absolutely convinced that he would go to Bayern Munich. I had it in my head. I was convinced that it was all going to go through. But, excuse me, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. I've seen a lot on Twitter. I've seen a lot of experts talking. I don't think it's going to happen. People usually go to the Bundesliga and then come to the Premier League. It's a step up, right? Now, I know I'm not saying for 1 second that going from Spurs to Bayern Munich is not a step up, because it is. They're a huge team and they win loads of trophies. But the Bundesliga is not a step up from the Premier League at all. It's a step down. The only way I could see Kane going is if Real came in for him, Real Madrid, like what happened with Bale. I just can't see it happening. Obviously, one way or the other, it would be nice to know, but I've got this feeling now that it's not going to happen. But I did check the odds again, as I do daily. He's now 4-5 again to stay at Tottenham and 11-8 to go to Bayern. Whereas this morning, he was odds on to go to Bayern and just over even money to stay at Tottenham. Now, don't get me wrong, bookmakers get it wrong all the time. But I think, I don't know, I just don't think it's going to happen. But we'll see. What about PSG, Kate? Yeah, the odds for PSG are massive. For Kane to go to PSG, 33-1. So the bookies certainly do not fancy that happening. But obviously, with this business with Mbappe, I mean, I can't see Real Madrid coming in and paying that for him. I know people are saying they're putting in a bid. I can't see it happening. I mean, Real Madrid, I just can't. I think it'll upset the apple cart massively if they bring Mbappe in. I can see Real Madrid going back to the kind of drawing board and going back in for Kane, if anything. Yes, DJ, and I also agree. Romero is our only half-decent defender. If we lose him, I'm going to have to get my shorts on. Well, it depends. Yes, they do. They do. PSG do have the dosh. There's no doubt about that. But they're toxic. They're a really toxic club. I actually think they're probably more toxic than Tottenham are. So, I mean, would he want to go there? I mean, don't get me wrong, Paris is lovely for his family, but I can't see it. I really can't see it. I think if Kane was going to go to PSG, then when Poch was there was his time to push for it. And now I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I really don't see it. But yeah, they've lost Messi, yeah. We'll see. I mean, this saga could go on and on unless we get a statement one way or the other. This Kane saga could just drag on all window. I don't think I can cope. And then if he stays, we're going to have it all. Oh, I can't cope with it. Honestly, it's so stressful. You can't be slower than Lenglet. It's impossible, DJ. I won't have it. Not unless you're a cart horse. Right, what else was I going to talk about? Done him. Done Dyer. Done Winks. Done Mads. Oh, this guy. Yes. It's understood that Tottenham's new focus is on 3 main targets: Edmund Taposba, Mickey van der Ven, and Tosin Adarabioyo. No new names there, knew them all, but it says Spurs are also interested in Torino's captain and central defender Alessandro Buongiorno. I don't know if I said that right. That's according to the Daily Mail. I've not heard his name mentioned yet. That's the first time I've heard it today. So I decided to have a look and find out about this guy. This is Alessandro. I'm just going to call him Alessandro. I'm not going to try and say his name. It's just going to be Alessandro. That's him there. His stats are: he is only 24, from Turin, 6'4", centre back. Currently playing for Torino. I mean, I've read a little bit. Nothing blew me away particularly. It's easy for me to turn around and say he's probably better than what we've got, because what we've got is not good enough. But I suppose it will come down to personal preference and price as to which ones we go for. Me personally, I want Van der Ven, which looks like it is going to get done. Someone put this on Twitter. This did make me laugh. I would be happy with Van der Ven. Would cry tears of joy with Taposba. Would puke and shit myself in a good way, though, if we sign both. That's kind of how I feel. I'm not sure if I would puke, but, you know. They're the two I'm banking on. I think they will be huge signings if we can get these two guys in. So it's exciting times. Obviously, if it happens, I don't want. A lot of people on Twitter are saying it's going to be Taposba or Van der Ven. A lot of people on Twitter are saying it's going to be both. We need two, so I hope it's both. Obviously, Taposba is the most expensive option, but I'm not particularly sure about that Radibio, or whatever his name is, from Fulham. I'm not sure he's quite good enough. Certainly not compared to the other two, but we'll see. Jim, Kate, remember when we signed Richie? We never had a clue and it just happened. Yeah, that was completely a bolt out of the blue. I mean, I thought it was a wind-up when I saw it. I'm still not really quite sure why we signed him, certainly not for the money, but yeah. But I mean, Tottenham seem to be moving quick this window so far. I mean, we're only, what are we, 28th of June. We've got Kulu done, Vicario done, Maddison's pretty much done. Van der Ven's looking positive. Porro's going to be announced on Saturday. So that's potentially 5. I know Kulu and Porro are already in the club, but I'm talking about permanent signings. If we can get Van der Ven done, Taposba, I'm not sure. We may get another. I mean, I still fancy a cheeky bid for Ivan Toney myself, even though he's on a ban. I really rate him highly, so we'll see. We might just get, like Jim says, a signing out of the blue that nobody expected. DJ wants Taposba, Jim wants Van der Ven. Don't ask me why, though. I don't have a clue about either of them except for YouTube. Well, from looking at both, I'd like both. If I had to choose one, I probably would choose Taposba, just because he's such a lump and he just seems to barge everybody out the way. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It says Tottenham are in talks with Mickey Van der Ven alongside Taposba. The feeling around Spurs is, as long as Leverkusen don't overprice Taposba, with both Bundesliga centre backs could make their way to Tottenham this summer. I've got everything crossed. Honestly, if we get those two, I just think it's just going to make such a massive difference. I mean, the way people talk about us, you would think we were fighting relegation last season. We had a terrible season. Conte didn't deliver. I mean, come on, be fair. He's just, his way of playing, it could destroy anybody. We had injuries. Everything just felt a bit toxic last year. Nothing sat right. Yet Kane still scored all those goals, but nothing sat right. So people look at things and are very reactive and dramatic when they talk about Tottenham, as though we've fallen from grace where we were a top 4 team and now we're in the bottom 3. At the end of the day, we finished 8th, which, me personally, I didn't want the Conference League because Thursdays, Sundays is a killer. with injuries, etc. I wanted to just concentrate on the league. So we're not that far away. We need to get our defence solidified massively. So if we can get these two in, that will be huge. And we also need a creative midfielder, Maddison, and we also need a new keeper, Vicario. So when you put those four in, it could be huge different. But we'll see. But please God, yeah, Jim says if Kane goes, maybe we will go for Tony. I think it's worth a cheeky bid anyway. We've got to start making plans for when he does go, because if he stays, he may well go in the summer on a free. He's not going to be around forever. And DJ has put, Kane may want to stay with a decent defence. Well, yeah, I mean, it must be frustrating for him when he scores and then we let in stupid goals. It's like when we was playing Liverpool and Richie scored that goal right at the death, and then Liverpool got the ball straight back and went up the other end and scored. I mean, the strikers must be pulling their hair out. Like, we do our job, why can't you do yours, sort of thing. But that's what they're obviously banking on, that we win something under Ange this first season, and that Kane goes, oh, actually, I think I might stay here. I mean, if we did go and get Rongley and I was Kane, you wouldn't see me for dust. No. I mean, that wouldn't be the deciding factor, but it doesn't show much ambition if we're signing Lenglet from Barcelona, in my opinion. And yeah, of course, Udogie as well. I'm so looking forward to seeing him come back, and I really hope we keep Spence and don't loan him out again, because he'll be like a new signing. And he just needs some game time. He's so quick and he's so creative, and I just really, really watched him when he was at Forest, and I thought he was spectacular. And I know playing for Spurs is slightly different, but I really hope we keep him and don't bundle him back out on loan again. Jim puts, that's so true, DJ. If we buy and look like we are, if we buy and we look like we are, there's a good chance Kane will sign a new contract. Well, one can hope. I think the only way he will sign a new contract is if we win something this year, whether it be Carabao Cup or an FA Cup. I don't think we'll be winning the league or the Champions League, but well, no, we won't win the Champions League. We're not in it. We've got no excuses to not have a good cup run. We've got no Europe. We need to concentrate on the league and the cups. And I think if we play our strongest team throughout the cup rounds, we could do well. It just irritates me when we play this second string team. It's like, we're not too good to win a Carabao Cup. We need a trophy. It's been way, way too long. We need to shut up all the other fans. And, we want to show Kane he can win things at Tottenham. And hope that he does sort of decide to stay. Yeah, I covered that, didn't I? Yeah. Yep, I think I've covered all the things I wanted to say. As I say, there's been quite a lot going on today. It seems like, DJ, you'll be pleased to know, it seems like they're not going to be pursuing Lenglet, at least at the moment. It's not a priority anymore. So hopefully, that that will not happen. Kate Kane, that made me laugh. Kane does not want to leave, but look at our players last season. We can't blame him for wanting to go. Well, if I was Kane, I'd be thinking we were so close under Poch. We was playing the most wonderful football. People were saying that we were playing the best football in Europe. Pep Guardiola said he just loved watching Tottenham. They were his favourite team to watch. Got to a Champions League final. We just, fans and players, weren't scared of anybody. We thought we was going to beat everyone. And now we're like, had Conte and Mourinho suck the absolute life and joy out of our club, playing this awful defensive football. I'd want to leave. I mean, he can't. He scored all those goals last season, but it feels like they've still got the reins on him. He needs Ange to say, right, Kane, just go. We're going to do everything to pass the ball to you. We're going to be super, super attacking doesn't matter if we let in 3 goals because we're going to score 4. That sort of attitude, the Harry Redknapp sort of attitude. And maybe Kane will think, well, I'm enjoying my football again. This is how I want to play. And he may sign a new contract. I mean, we don't know. The fact he's got a baby on the way and he's already got a brood. And Harry Redknapp, I know old Harry, said that his house is still being built and that they're really settled in London. Maybe he will stay. I don't think it'll be Bayern that he goes to. DJ's put, I feel bad for Sonny too. He's had to track back with a hernia, and for what? Seeing Lenglet let play go round him like it was a traffic cone. DJ really does not like Lenglet, if anyone doesn't know that. I think he hates him. I tell you why I feel bad for Sonny. When all this Kane business came out as well, when he was linked to City, and nobody knew if he was staying or going, you could tell it was really affecting Sonny towards the end of that season, and then the beginning of the following season when Kane stayed, Sonny wasn't himself, and I think it's taken quite a while for them to build their bond back up. I think Sonny really felt let down by Kane. Because there's such a good partnership, and I think he felt a little bit let down that Kane was thinking of leaving him and leaving the club. So I kind of feel sorry for Sonny, because when you've got a player like Kane in a duo like Kane and Son, who have broken every record there is, he doesn't know who he's going to be playing with next season, so he must feel really unsettled as well. He's come out straight away, turned down Saudi and said, I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, I do. I feel bad for Sonny. He needs some stability and to know that his partner in crime is going to be there. I think anyway. This is Levy's last chance. He has to get it right. Well, he's had quite a few last chances. I don't even know how he's still in a job. It's the Super League was the finishing thing for me, but I don't know. He needs to get it right, but I wouldn't want to be the one making the decision when it comes to Kane. I really wouldn't. Yeah, I really wouldn't. But it's all speculation until Kane or his representatives come out and say one way or the other whether he wants to go, wants to stay or whatever. Then we have really, as fans, we have not got a clue. We're just going by what the media are putting out there. Rumours, it could be anything could be going on. DJ, we say that every year, Jim. Look at how many turn up at the protest. Levy gets away with murder. Did you see what United fans did with the megastore? They blocked it. I did. I saw that yesterday. They blocked it. No one could get in, and they've been hashtagging. What's the word? When you stop. I can't think what the word is. Oh my God! Not avoid, but they've been. What is that word I'm trying to think of? Oh my God, this is my age. They've been hashtagging something Adidas. Boycott, that's it. Boycott Adidas. Telling everybody not to buy anything Adidas to put money in the Glazers' pockets. It just so happens my son and I are Adidas freaks and we like everything Adidas, so that won't be happening to us. But yes, they made a stand massively yesterday. I mean, I heard Andy Goldstein on TalkSport tonight, who's a massive Manchester United fan. He was actually speaking out and begging the Glazers to sell the club because obviously nothing's happening in the transfer window at the minute for United, and I think they're getting a little bit nervous with Arsenal throwing around 100 million for Rice, and Liverpool have been linked to other people, and Chelsea have just signed another striker, and Tottenham are making signings, and then Man United fans are just sitting there like twiddling their thumbs wondering what's going on with their club. So, but me personally, I hope the Glazers stay there for as long as possible. Jim, I'm with DJ. I can't stand Lenglet. I've said all along we won't bring him back. No, I don't think we'll bring him back either. As I said earlier when we first came on, I don't know if you was here then, DJ, but Conor Cody is going to Leicester for 7.5 million plus 1 million add-ons. He knocks spots off Lenglet. He's a real decent little player, and I would have loved to have had him as a backup at Spurs, and that is an absolute steal. But another one bites the dust. There's a few players on frees as well we could be missing a trick with, but I think Lenglet will not happen. Whether that's wishful thinking on my part, I don't know, but I think if you start signing people like Van der Ven and Taposba, to then go and bring Lenglet in is like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We tried him, it didn't work. Time to move on, I think. But that's just, like I said, that's just my opinion. The Sun are reporting still that Tottenham superstar Harry Kane is keen on a move to Bayern Munich. I don't believe it. Man United. Oh, here is some news about Man United. They're expecting them to make a formal bid for Moises Caicedo. I'll formally approach Brighton for Moises Caicedo. Seems a few want them. The little guy from Celtic, the striker. Can't think of his name. He's been liking a lot of Postecoglou's comments and things I've been reading, and apparently they're really close. So there's still rumours that Angie's going to try and raid Celtic for a few of their players. So we should have to keep an eye on that. I can't say I know that much about them because I don't really watch Scottish football, but he obviously knows them. So that's something we can keep an eye on. I guarantee if we went in for Gallagher, he would have been 30 mil. Yeah. He's not. I looked at the odds of him going. We're nowhere near. Sort of. We're linked, but not seriously linked to him. So. Oh, Jim's ever the optimist. Ever the optimist, my husband. I do, DJ. I think Levy is going to right some wrongs because he has gone way too far over the last few years. Yeah, DJ, that's exactly who I mean. The little Japanese guy. Furush. Oh, what's his piggy name? I told you I'm getting old. I know Brendan Rodgers really wants to keep him. Kyogo firm Celtic transfer response. Right. Kyogo. No, that wasn't who it was, I don't think. They're saying Kynogo. I don't think that's who it was that I'm thinking of. But anyway, I can't think of who it was. There's a few players from Celtic that we're said to be linked with, Jota being one of them. Again, it'll be something we can keep an eye on. Oh, DJ, you can't think of it either. I'm glad it's not just me. I thought I was going completely bonkers. I'm sure it begins with F. I'll tell you what, when you get to 45, it all goes out the window. No, see, that's still saying Kyogo. It wasn't him. That's not who I'm thinking of. This could be it. Oh, sorry, I am reading and streaming at the same time. Jota is one that he wants. Rio Hatate. It is Kyogo. It's Kyogo Furuhashi. Jota Cole Starkfelt is another one that they're saying he might want. I mean, they're saying Cameron Carter Vickers as well. So, DJ, it's Furuhashi. That's it. That's it. I looked at the same time. Brendan Rodgers said it's a Kynogo. We can't have him. But apparently, he and Ange are really, really close. So that will be interesting to see. But as I say, I don't proclaim to know anything about Scottish football because I don't watch it. So I've heard a lot of people say Jota's very good. But we shall see. It sounds like a food dish. Maybe it is. I'll have the number 27, please. The Kyogo Furuhashi. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, with egg fried rice, please. But yeah, there's I haven't heard of this guy mentioned, Carl Starfelt. He's a defensive, left-sided defender. Starfelt is by no means a superstar, far from it, and his signing would make little sense if Lenglet was to sign a multi-year deal. However, he could be a serviceable backup or alternative. 28-year-old is a progressive ball player, but his experience at the highest level is minimum. Well, he can't be any worse than Lenglet, so. But as I say, next ones I want to get over the line really are Van de Ven and Taposba. They're the next two important ones. I've watched Celtic against lowly Scottish teams and they knock in 6s and 7s. Yeah, the Scottish League's two-horse race, really, isn't it? It's hard to compare it to the Premier League because Premier League anything can happen. It'd be interesting to see how the likes of Brighton and Newcastle fare with this with European football this year, and Aston Villa. They're going to have Thursday, Sundays. It's a completely different ball game when they're playing Europe midweek and Premier League game. Then the cup competitions come in. I don't personally see Newcastle making the top 4. I think City will win it. I think Arsenal will be in the top 4. I also think Manchester United. No, I don't know. I think City and Arsenal and Liverpool, possibly. And then you've got the 4th spot, which could be us. Although that would be a massive achievement on his first season. Chelsea, again, not sure. Poch's first season, although they've got money to burn. I don't see Newcastle getting up there. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe Luton will be out in the top 4. My dead cat is an alternative to Lenglet. He's probably quicker, to be fair. I put him on a par. DJ, that's what we're going to do to City, Gooners and Liverpool and Chelsea. Laugh out loud. Scotland don't seem to have the goalkeepers. They always dive the wrong way. Well, let's hope Cario's not like that. It's just quite exciting. I mean, I heard today they've just released that they're doing a charity match at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I think on the 8th of August. That rings a bell. Against Spurs. I can't think of their name. See? Oh my God. It's in aid of helping the people of Ukraine. It's a portion of the ticket sales will be going to help those who have been affected by the war in Ukraine. It's not Sparta Prague. It's, I don't know. Jim will tell me in a minute because he knows. But hopefully we can try and get a ticket for that. Whether it'll be that easy, I know they go on sale tomorrow for season ticket holders and members. So we shall see. But that will be a friendly at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Also, I've got to say, when on earth are we going to sell the naming rights for the stadium? I mean, it's bonkers. There's millions of pounds waiting there. You know, we was linked, it was going to be the Amazon Stadium and then the Google Stadium and then the people talked about Cadbury's, and I don't understand what's holding it up. I mean, we'd make a fortune to put, you know, if we could sell these naming rights, surely a portion of it could go back into the team. It just beggars belief that we're still just the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But I don't know whether Levy's playing real hardball and demanding way too much money. But for a company like Amazon to have the Amazon Stadium, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not exactly catchy. But people, I think fans are always going to refer to it as White Hart Lane anyway. But yeah, I can't really understand why the naming rights are still not done. But yeah, so we've got three friendlies out of this country, and then we've got that friendly against Shakhtar Donetsk. That's it. I think 8th of August is a Sunday, and I think it's 2 p.m. kickoff. So that will be good. £25 for adults, 5 for kids. Yeah, that should be a good match, and it'll be a chance to see Ange in action, which is always exciting. And I know our friendlies are being broadcast on Spurs Play, so if you haven't got that, it's a streaming service from Spurs where they show friendlies, training sessions, that sort of thing. Not that I'm getting paid to say that, but I'm just saying because we subscribe to it. So yeah, that's the roundup for today. Good news, apart from Eric Dyer staying at the club. But I did expect that anyway. But yeah, good news all round apart from that. Maddison, expect it to be announced tonight or tomorrow. Van der Ven, expect developments to happen this week, definitely. Possibly an announcement this week. Who knows? What is it? It's Wednesday. Yeah, maybe not this week. But I think there'll be developments this week, towards the end of the week, perhaps talk of a medical. Taposba, not sure about that one. Really hope something happens. But I think they're asking a lot of money. So I suppose it depends on the budget. And anyone else we've been linked to, we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe we'll get another Richarlison type signing, a bolt out of the blue that we've not even been linked to, and we'll get them. So I think that's everything for today. I shall be back on tomorrow night. I'm out. I might come on around lunchtime tomorrow if there's any updates, and just see what's happening. Yeah, it won't be tomorrow evening because it's our date night. Oh, look, see, my chat slowed down and it stopped working. I was thinking, why has everyone gone quiet? Jim, what Kate said about you being forever the optimist. He is forever the optimist. He gets so excited. We get a new manager in. Oh, this is it. This is the one. Oh, we're going to win everything. Oh, yeah. When Conte come in, oh, well, yeah, he's a winner. We're going to win the trophy this year, 100%. Every single time we get a new manager, he is the same. Spurs will be first, bless him. Oh, it's the 6th of August, is it? At 2 p.m. Shakhtar Donetsk, yeah. If we get Lenglet, we can call it the Deadwood stage. He'll go in January, I think. Who? Is that Kane? And starts on the 1st, yes, Saturday. Good to speak to you both. Please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and like this video, comment if you want, and hit the notifications button. And please share it if you know of anyone that might enjoy it. Otherwise, I shall return tomorrow lunchtime, or if not, it'll be Friday. But it all depends on the latest breaking news when it comes in. So have a good evening, and I will see you all soon. Come on, you Spurs, in Ange we trust.